Hey everyone, it's Ryzen, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. As you can see, I have Angel and Tartarus. Tartarus is a ice persona, strong against ice, weak to slash attacks. Better than being weak to fire, and we really don't have much choice right now anyway. But normally I don't like physical weaknesses. Angel is only weak against darkness, which for right now effectively means she has no weakness. There's not going to be an enemy that uses darkness for a while, and even when they do, it's usually not going to be an enemy that's weak to wind anyway. So Angel's really good. She's a wind persona. We can't get a lightning persona right now, at least it's not very easy to do so, nor do you really need one, so let's get out of here. So, now we're going to be going on to our first social link. This guy over here. Kenji, Tomochika. It is what it is. Now, the game's gonna force us to start the Magician link, which is what Kenji is. Normally, you have to either do a side quest to start one, or actively join something, or find the person, or sometimes you have to get to a certain level with another character social link in order to start another one. But here, this one's automatic, but we do have to manually work on it. It's not like the full social link, which is automatic. Now, for rank 1, or starting a social link, and same with going from rank 9 to 10, your choices don't matter when you actually start the social link. It doesn't matter what you say here. We're not actually in the social link yet. But it won't matter anyway, because they're just starting it. Essentially, what's going to happen is we're going to have different dialogue options. And different dialogue options give different amounts of relationship points. We need a certain amount of relationship points to go from one rank to the next when we beat the person again. If you don't get enough points, you will have to spend time, where no story advancement happens, but you get 10 points. If you bring a matching persona with you, all relationship points are multiplied by 1.5, or a 50% increase. So 10 points would give you 15, for example. I have all the correct answers, naturally, because I want to max all the social links. You do need to know all the correct answers. Yeah, it's not really good for role-playing, unfortunately, but oh well. And there's no voice acting during any of the social links either, unfortunately. Now you can even be a jerk here and it won't matter, but let's be nice. Because this is just starting it. There are also times when social links will call you at night, and they'll ask to hang out with you on the upcoming Sunday. Normally you don't want to do that, but there are some cases where it will be required if you're doing a max social link run. And there's different days that people will call, and if you're at Tartarus on a day somebody would normally call, they'll wait till the next day they can possibly call. So there's going to be some manipulation there. Don't really worry about it, just do what I do and you'll max the social link just fine. It is tight though, and if you fall behind, you're basically screwed. Yeah, you can recover from being behind one rank, but it's really hard. And I don't recommend it. So make backup saves is my advice. And I will try to tell you, well, I'll tell you when you need a matching persona, and when you don't need one. Most of the time you actually don't need one. And in fact, this first month we won't need one at all. I know the Max Social Link guide on GameFAQs says that you do, but you don't. I don't know if that's a carryover from the guy's Persona 3 original walkthrough, but whatever the case may be, in FES, you don't need one for the first month. If you're following the Max Social Link guide, which I am.
Welcome back.
Okay, so at night here, right. Yeah, so she explained what I went over last time about getting tired after fighting a certain number of battles. That's based on your level. If you go to Tartarus, you won't recover. If you try to study at night and you're tired, you won't recover. Nor will you get any academic points. Now, you could try and use the bathroom, which I'm going to do. Maybe I'll get lucky. You can also get tired from studying at night randomly. So sometimes if you have to go to Tartarus the next day, you're going to want to save before you go to bed and study. Oh yeah, it did increase. Okay, that's... well, I don't know what the percentage is, but more often than not, that usually doesn't happen, but sometimes you get lucky like that. And in order to get into great status, you have to go to sleep early when you're in good condition and not study. And sickness only occurs when you've been tired for an extended period of time, usually. Although I think you can become sick at any point if you're tired and you're in Tartarus. But normally, you have to go to Tartarus tired, and then you'll usually end up sick after that. But anyway, we want to go to Polonium All. And, we want to do some karaoke. Let's take a look at our yen, actually. We got 26,000, that's good. Yeah, you gotta make sure you have a pretty hefty amount of yen at all times, because this is gonna cost us a lot of money. 800 yen. And, yes, we do. This will advance time, but it will give us some much-needed courage points. I believe it gives us 2. Yeah, it gives us 2. There is a more efficient means of doing it, but, well, not on this night. There's arcade games that give you 4 points to your social stats, but unfortunately, it's predetermined by what day which games are available, and the courage game is not there. So let's study since I'm not tired, and get some free academic points. The nice thing about academics, yeah, it takes a lot of points, but you have a lot longer to max it. And you can essentially get academic points without spending any time at all. Now, we didn't get tired there randomly, which is good. But I don't think our condition will improve because we studied, but that's okay. We were in good condition anyway. There is another advantage to great status with a certain ability later in the game, but that's not for a while. Well, that's not good. No, you're definitely active. So yeah, this is telling us that there is yet another social link we can start. And we are going to start it. It's the Chariot link. Now, you can choose to hang out with Kenji instead. You see how he has this little exclamation point on his head? That means he's available. Each social link is available on specific days. There are some exceptions where they're available on a day they're not normally available, but for the most part, Kenji will be available every Thursday here. And I don't know off the top of my head when each social link is available. Just follow what I do and you'll be fine. And make sure you bring a matching persona when I tell you to. And you may want to bring one just in case anyway. That's, never bad advice. There are some times when you just don't get any relationship points, which really sucks. Oh, you can never rank up on a hanging out on a Sunday date or hang out with a friend sequence. What am I doing? I'm going the wrong way. But you can get points needed towards the next rank. If you get more points than is required to rank up, those excess points are lost. See, we're still in good condition. Oh, and you don't need to have the persona equipped to get the bonus points for meeting with that social link. So I wouldn't need to have, say, Nekomata, a magician persona, equipped to get the excess points. I would just have to have, well, for Kenji, I just have to have it in my inventory to get that 50% boost. Nekomata is a pretty good persona, by the way. We'll be getting that one. Yeah, at some point. Now these are the clubs. We have different options here. So there's the swim team. We can absorb here. Observe. And you might be thinking, are there any differences between any of the clubs? And, well, no. Each club gives you the same social link. It's not like Persona 4, where the two different teams you could join actually changed who the social link was about. We're always going to get the same guy for Chariot. But I figured I'd show you the different clubs you could join. I don't like joining either the swim team or the kendo team because the guy in question, who's the social link, wears a track outfit. So yeah, it makes no freaking sense to not join the track team. So let's observe. Plus, I find it very difficult to believe anybody could ever beat Minato with a sword, considering he fights giant monsters with a sword. And I never really liked swimming, personally. Not very good at it in real life. I can swim, I'm just not very good at it. Not very good at track either, though, I suppose. Or kendo, for that matter. Or is that fencing? I think it was the kendo team. I don't know. I never join it. Yeah, you see the guy in the front there? That's the social link on the left there. Considering you have a portrait, you're obviously important too. She showed him to school, dude. Why does everybody think that they're, like, in a relationship? This really is gonna become a thing, isn't it? Yeah, I've seen you a couple times. That sounds really disturbing. Hopefully you're not related to James Storm. Unfortunately, there is no way to tell how many points you've got from one rank to the next. So, say you got 10 points and you needed 15. There's no way to know that. You have to have outside knowledge. There's also something that gives you points that you wouldn't think gives you points, and it's a real dick move by the game. It's not exactly clear. But I'll get into that when it first happens.
Sup, dude?
Well, you two... Well... Yeah, are you two friends too? Well, you hung out with them a few days ago, didn't you? Nah, we're not gonna go to Tartarus tonight. Instead, we're going to... go outside here. And we're going to work on our courage again. Never ever go to Tartarus on Fridays yet, because, well, we need to use the arcade game. Sorry to blow you off, Junpei, but I gotta play some arcade games. So, yeah, right now we have the print club. Oh. Whoops. It's not Friday, I'm stupid. We want to go sing karaoke tonight. But, yeah, I might as well show that off, though. This first one will usually be a social stat. In this case, this one is for charm. But I don't really want to work on that right now. This punching bag one, that upped a stat, which is, it's +3 to strength on your equipped persona. And that changes depending on, you know, what day it is, which games are available. Getting ahead of myself here. Oh, it takes a hell of a lot more points to max out your social links in the original Persona 3. And I believe it's even easier to max them out in Portable. Because Charm actually works as a multiplier for the amount of points you get in addition to the matching Persona bonus you can get. So really the hard part in Portable is just maxing Courage and Charm in quick succession to each other. Well, really at about the same time. Which is kind of tough. But if you can manage that, it's much easier. Unfortunately, we can't save during the day. And I want to try and actually keep episodes around 20 minutes, especially these outdoor episodes where there's just very little editing for me to do. Oh, the game's actually telling you about that, huh? So, now we want to hang out with, oh, this is the first lunchtime sequence. And basically this is telling you that you have met the requirements to go from one rank to the next. And this person is available for you to hang out with on that day. This only happens once after you, well, per rank. If you don't see the person walk up to you and you can hang out with them, that means you will not rank up. That's a problem. There are other ways to get points for people without hanging out with them. Well, really, the only way I can think of is the... No, there are some events that do, and there are some... Well, there's the relationship shrine. That's what it is. And I think that gives you 10 points, but it takes up time now. So... yeah, not much point to it. Oh, there's a couple times when I'm going to do it, but it's really only useful if you have no one else you can hang out with on that day, but you still need points for somebody. And that's at a Naganagi Shrine. There's some other shrines there that do other things that I have no idea what the hell they do. Or I don't remember. Nothing useful, that's for sure. So yeah, we want to hang out with Kenji. And we do not need a matching persona. So we're fine like this. Which is good because the first month we don't have access to what's called the compendium, which will actually let us buy back old personas. So it'd be pretty hard to get a matching persona right now. And that's also why I want to try and avoid fusing for this first month. I mean, I'll fuse a tiny bit, but for the most part I want to avoid it. You can also save your individual personas, but I'll talk about that again when I actually get the compendium. Now this time, the answers actually matter. So, For here, you want to say either no or that's a secret. Both of them will give you the most possible points. So, let's just go, that's a secret. This game is intent on putting Minato and Yukari together, isn't it? Yeah, get used to that. That's gonna happen a lot. And the correct answer here is that you like them all. That's a little disturbing. Yeah, just a little bit there, Kenji. Kenji! So, let me get this straight about the Magician socialite. His big conflict is that he wants to date his teacher. Well, it's certainly awkward. Then again, this is coming from the game where high school students are fighting giant monsters at night by shooting themselves in the head with fake guns that cause monsters to burst out of their psyche. One of which happens to be an angel in bondage. Never mind, Kenji, you're not so weird after all. At least in this game. Yeah, the higher rank your social link, the more bonus experience you'll get when you fuse a persona. Unfortunately, you don't get bonus experience for getting a persona in shuffle time. But you will get that when you fuse it. So that's good. You can get up to 5 bonus levels. It's very efficient to level up your personas that way because it takes a lot of experience to level up personas in the journey. In the answer, it actually takes significantly less, to where it's very easy to level up your personas. Just as you go through it. Yeah, I've joined some clubs, Yukari. No, tonight is, Friday. It's, Virtual Console Day. Or Virtual Horror Arcade Virtual Console Day. Oh, you can talk to Mitsuru, and you can check everyone's status. And if somebody was sick, she would say the number of people that are either sick or tired. And we can look at people's stats. Unfortunately, reserves do not gain experience, but that's not too big of a deal because the lower level you are compared to a persona, compared to a shadow, the more experience you get anyway. So it's not too hard to catch people up. To an extent, anyway. Your party members really suck in the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter what their level is. As long as they're not getting one-shotted, you're fine. Okay, but been over 20 minutes, so good place to stop. Next time, we'll continue going to high school and making friends. Then, at some point, we'll fight evil monsters by shooting ourselves in the head with a fake gun. God, this is a weird game sometimes. Take care, everyone.